Yeah, you know, when it's such a random way I found this song. It was like 12 a.m. on a school night, and I just discovered this little known band called the Shantays, and I don't know, the songs just stuck with me, and so that's kind of why I put them throughout the rest of the movie.
And it's kind of funny. We both. My parents were, and my family, they were on a road trip, and I was up in Ogden filming some movies and stuff. And we both kind of started listening to this, like, surfer rock, like Spanish jazz samba
Yeah, at the
type
same
music
time.
coincidentally at the same time, which was kind of funny.
Yeah. So yeah, there's some obvious Easter eggs I try to put in this shot. You know, Catcher in the Rye, and you know the cassette recorder, and then there's also my senior yearbook in the corner. But we ended up basing the poster that's not on YouTube for the Catcher in the Rye.
We'll put that picture at the end.
Yeah, and then you know the shirt I'm wearing. There's also another Easter egg. It's my dad's old company before he got fired, and I don't know, just so many different things came together that kind of led to the inspiration and overall story. Like there's a sunset on that shirt, and I kind of wanted the end of the movie to resolve with a sunset. So just yeah, so many different things came forward with it.
Right. And I mean, I was so, like I said earlier, I was up in Ogden. And when I came back, you showed me what you'd filmed of this, and you'd done mostly everything. But I was very impressed because the only thing you'd done before this was Half Tank, right?
And even then, it was mostly just you filming and kind of directing it.
Well, and I mean, Half Tank's, it's not bad, but
Yeah.
it's just kind of like nothing. Like there's nothing really new to it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was very impressed by this.
Yeah, and the other cool thing about like everything coming together is like the weather is just perfect timing. I knew I wanted wind to be part of it, and those next 4 days just happened to be the windiest days of the summer, and also the most rain in summer because it's usually that beginning to middle June period here in Utah that you get that kind of stuff.
Right.
Um,
This besides Ladyfingers, this might be my favorite song in this.
yeah, yeah, just that's the other band we discovered was well I rediscovered it when I was in seventh grade. My English teacher actually had Whipped Cream and Other Delights by
Herbo.
Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass on vinyl
Frame.
in a frame on the wall, and she showed it to us. I was just like, is that what songs are there? And she showed it to us, and I was just hooked ever since then. But then you know I rediscovered it after so long, and you know how it is. It feels so good to finally find something that
Right.
you realize was part of you.
Well, I mean, like I'd saved a few songs by them, but I didn't like think about them. It was just like a random band.
Yeah.
And like I think I probably had like 2 songs by them, and I don't even know if I knew that they were like the same band.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, this is really what got us into this type of music.
Yeah. Yeah, but with these shots with the mirror, I didn't have a concrete story at this point. I was just like, I know I probably want to shave, and you know, I was so concerned because after like the original kind of plot I was following, it didn't work. So I'm like, shoot, I'm gonna have to grow out my beard again, and or whatever kind of beard I had at the time, just to be able to to shave and kind of get the coerciveness. But then I kind of started tinkering out a bit, and I kind of did this jumpy editing with the music that I kind of like because it's like,
Yeah, it's one of the more memorable parts of the movie.
even though it's the pretty much half the movie is just me in this bathroom.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, Ethan always joked around. He's like, "That's blue shaving cream," and or was it you who said that?
I don't think I said that.
Yeah. Well, you can barely even tell anyway.
Yeah. Not funny. And obviously you got everyone's favorite part right there.
Yeah, the dun dun dun.
Alright, this is the first shot I helped with because you had filmed this, but you didn't like it.
Yeah,
right?
I didn't like how it looked,
And
and
so I, not to toot my own horn, but I did come up with the little
the instantaneous dressing.
Change,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then I think besides the part with the bridge, that's the only shot that's not on a tripod that you film me in the mirror. And then of course Evie Cash is the voice of Mabel Hanson. Mabel Hanson, I got the inspiration. It's my cousin's last name and then a girl's name that I've always liked, and I don't know. I just put them together. And then Todd is my grandpa's name, who died when I was 4, and my other grandpa died before I was even born. So
I don't think I knew that.
You know.
That's where Todd came from.
yeah,
Where did Myers come from?
Myers. I think Megan Myers from high school. I think I just was going through the yearbook and I just saw that name next to mine. So
I think, dude, the sky in this part just looks really cool.
yeah. Yeah, this is crazy. When I looked at the weather on the iPhone weather app, it said haze, and like I've never seen that on a weather
Yeah.
app before.
Well, I mean, just the fact that you could film like that actual. Oh, there was the thumbnail shot.
Yeah.
Just like the actual letter just blowing like that was crazy.
Yeah. I also like this song a lot too.
I do too.
I
This
think
one, this.
this scene, yeah, I think this is, besides the end, this is probably my favorite scene in it.
Well, this song is like basically my summer. And this shot where this shot is very far away from your house.
Yeah, I know.
Which is kind of funny.
But it kind of just works because it's like,
Yeah, well, I don't think I knew when you told me that's where you filmed that. I didn't think I knew that. I thought that was just up the street from your house, so it
yeah.
works.
And then this bridge or pipe, whatever you call it, is up Little Cottonwood Canyon. And it's funny when we talk about Twilight City later. I mentioned that like this film is kind of me going towards the mountain, Mount Olympus, which is what it's called, and then the other Twilight City is me moving away from it. So it's kind of
Right.
like balanced in that sense. A lot of teenagers like to hang out in this spot. One time, when me and Cash came back here for the next shots, they were hammocking all together, and so we just had to work around it a little bit, yeah. And I hate that my foot hits the ground right there.
And then this is where I helped out. Obviously, the wind was gone, so we just had to use a fishing line.
And we didn't think about it. We should have just brought the fishing pole with it so that we could just, swirl it up. But no, we just brought like 10 feet of fishing line and taped it to the back.
And I think that was the second time we dropped it in the water, right?
Yeah,
So
the first
like,
time didn't look too good, so
It was just like extra floppy.
yeah, it was really soaked by that point. And then I actually forgot to get all the scenes of me going back across the bridge, so these are just the same video as the one before.
Mm. Right.
Yeah, but I like, because I put the tripod on the pipe, it just like vibrated.
Well, I like it when you first step onto it. It kind of goes with the music,
Yeah,
and I really like it. That song just reminds me of the summer.
yeah, and then this day, I don't know how it happened, but it was just the perfect timing. I was coming home from Cash's, I think, or something like that, and then it starts raining, and
I thought wasn't that while I was gone?
oh yeah, I was coming back from somewhere and it just started raining and I'm like,
Yeah.
this is perfect. I have to get it. I did
This was after.
yeah, I did all that stuff after, but I just had to get this beginning shot really quickly, and then I just raced up the hill.
To this park, which I had never known about this park, but we ended up going there a lot
Over
that
the
summer
summer,
after
yeah.
this movie. And I think this might be the best scene in any of our movies because the music stops, and we've had music throughout most of the movie, and then there's suddenly no music, and you got the light chirping birds and the rain coming down
Yeah,
and the sunset, and you can tell what's happening from the
yeah,
shots
you
and the
can tell what
performance.
Todd's feeling at that point. And then of course I've got bad posture.
Yeah, well, it's a depressed character.
And there's actually like, this is only half of the shots that I filmed for this. I was just trying to get every angle
Right.
imaginable because even then I didn't have the full arc, concrete story. But it's amazing that there's birds chirping in the rain, and I don't know, it was just. Oh, and then I also had an alternative ending where I threw my watch because then it went full circle with it waking me up in the morning. But yeah.
So yeah, you can see your watch on the ground there.
Maybe.
And then this song obviously has to be everyone's favorite song from this.
Yeah.
Just it's perfect. And we really struggled trying to find a song as good as this one for Twilight City. And I don't think we did find one as good, but I think we found one pretty good.
Pretty, close. Yeah.
Yeah. And these credits, I just really like them. I like
The video of me, so it's actually a reflection of another sunset reflecting off the bird pond outside my window, and I just happened to notice it while I was in my room reading one day, and I just filmed it for 3 minutes. So
And
there's
who's John Cars again?
John Cars he's the director of this other short film called Paperman.
That's right.
Yeah, and I really like that. I kind of
Yeah,
did a little
yeah.
bit of inspiration with like wind and flowing of papers and whatnot. But